One of the best ways to grow your Spotify streams is to consistently get your music onto real Spotify playlists that have real active listeners. Emphasis there being on real playlists. In fact, this is what my friend Nico Gent, who goes by Gent on Spotify, he has used this strategy of getting his music onto playlists to help boost his music career to the point where he is making a full-time income and he's gotten millions of streams and millions of monthly listeners. Now, he definitely does other things as well, like run ads, but getting his music and submitting his music to Spotify playlists is a huge part of his strategy. Now, getting your music on more Spotify playlists is amazing because it gives Spotify good data that can trigger the algorithm and get your music promoted on Spotify algorithmic playlists, which is basically Spotify promoting your music for you. But there are a few problems with playlists as well, which you may be aware of, which may be making you a little bit skeptical of all of this. And number one, it could be that the playlist you're reaching out to has a bunch of bot followers, which is not only not a good thing, but a very bad thing to have happen to your music, as artists have been known to get their music actually removed from Spotify if they get, too high of a ratio of fake streams to real streams. So that's an issue. Also, it can be hard to really figure out and find the not only good real playlists that have real listeners, but also finding the relevant ones that actually have music that is compatible with your music, listeners, therefore, that would also be likely to really listen to your music and become fans. And then a final issue is, even if you do find one of those good playlists, it can be hard to find and contact the owners of these playlists. So in this video, I want to share with you a simple tool that solves all of these problems for you at once. So right now, the best way to actually find great playlists and submit your music to them is using this tool called Playlist Supply. And this is what it looks like right here. And this allows you to search for playlists and find information about them that you can submit your music to. And if you want to try this out for yourself, you can use my affiliate link in the description below or go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/PS. So how do we do this? So this is where you can type in anything you want: genre, mood, activity, any kind of keyword related to your music to find playlists. And there's some other filters we can do as well. So we can search by email. So we will find playlists that have an email contact information. So that way you can immediately go and email them. Or you could start with a broad search. This just runs a search with no criteria and will return results even if they have no contact information. And then we'll bring up playlists like Spotify editorial playlists, but no emails or contact info. So probably not something you want to use, mostly just good for research, or if you're just searching for playlists without contact info. Then there's social media. So this can search for playlists that have social media contact info somewhere in their description. So that could be like an Instagram or Twitter handle attached to those playlists. So this is great if you're looking to reach out to playlists on social media and through DMs. Then there's similar artists here. Pretty much what it sounds like. It just runs a search based on artists that are similar to whatever artist you put into the search bar. Primarily works with artists that have larger audiences. Then there's Instagram, so it's like social media, but just for Instagram. Then there's organic search, and this is a really big one here. So organic search focuses on discovered on playlists. So it retrieves the curator details and key metrics from these best performing playlists. By searching for an artist, you can quickly identify relevant playlists, driving discovery and engagement, streamlining your outreach, and saving time on manual vetting. So basically, if you want to cut to the front of the line and not to do any research and just find, okay, what are the actual real playlists that are getting real streams and actually driving discovery for artists, these are those playlists. And so what are we talking about here? Well, if we go to Spotify, we'll say this is an artist, The Midnight. And if we go down to discovered on, these are the playlists that will show up. So you can know, okay, these are ones that are actually getting real streams, actually real, healthy, amazing playlists that you want to focus on. So let's do that. Let's type in The Midnight, and we'll do organic search and hit search. And this will use up credits. So you got credits over here, and these are used up 1 credit per organic search or a health check on a playlist to determine how its growth is over time, which I'll show you in a second, if it's actually organic growth or if it's likely botted. You can also check the playlist follower history to see if it's a more consistent growth or if they have sudden spikes and drops in playlist followers. Just gauge again how healthy playlists are. But if we're doing organic search here, we know we're probably going to be finding healthy playlists. All right, so here, and it looks like we're already automatically sorting by number of followers. So New Music Friday, that's going to be an algorithmic playlist, so that's not going to be anything. So we want to look for here owners that are not Spotify. So we got this one here. We can click on it and it will automatically take us to the profile of that person. They have 14 public playlists. Here's the Drive soundtrack. And there's 355 songs here. So it's not just the soundtrack to Drive, but other songs, I guess, that are in that same vein. All right, so I can find like this playlist here. You can see it's by Echo Wolf Trent. This is the profile. And even though there's no contact here, you can see that this is like a music artist. He's got his public playlists here. Not a bad idea if you're a music artist yourself. And then you can go, I found him on Instagram. So here now is where I can message him. So even though it doesn't have the actual contact information, that's another way you can go about finding these playlisters to contact them to submit your music to. And it's all possible with Playlist Supply. So now we could come up to email, try something else. We could just do Synthwave, and I will see like Synthwave playlists that have emails in the playlist somewhere. All right, so now we see the results here. All right, Spotify. And what the other thing is, you can quickly like download this in Excel or as a PDF or as a CSV file. And so you can easily, search for stuff better, clear stuff out. So not all these have email. So I don't know why these don't all have emails, but you can see there's some on here that have emails now. So I could then reach out to these people, send them emails, and easily get my music submitted to these playlists.
And also this brand new feature here, we can search on video playlists on YouTube. So that is a game changer. Type in Synthwave, search. All right, we're getting results, channel name, videos. You can see the total number of views that the videos on that playlist have generated. So you can tell which playlists are high traffic and the ones you want to go after. So we can go through here and add the ones we want to add. And look, they even have emails to contact them. So let's add some of these. My channel even shows up Orpheus Audio Academy, Synthwave Tips. So that's interesting. 103rd in all of Synthwave playlists on YouTube in terms of views, but obviously that's not music. Those are actually like production tips. Save playlist to database. All right, and if I go to my database, I can search directly on YouTube playlists right here.
So I can check the playlist I want, and then I can say save to my playlist database. Okay, and I can go over to my playlist database, and then I could say like run a health check on one of these. So we could do health check, and it's processing. And so now you can see I've used up a couple of credits now. So we can see it's got a 66.67%. So that's likely a good playlist to go after. So anyway, you get the big picture. You can search for a playlist. You can evaluate playlists and find the ones that you can reach out to with your music. So I'm going to be using this for my music, and I'll report back and see what kind of results we get. By the way, if you're wanting some free strategies on how to grow your Spotify streams, then grab my Spotify Secrets guide in the description below, or just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/Spotify Secrets. And this is a complete free guide that you can go through that kind of breaks down how Spotify works, how you can trigger the algorithm and get it to promote your music for you without really having to spend any money. It's going to be harder, it's going to take more time, but there are some organic strategies in there. And if you learn more about how you can use playlists to grow your Spotify streams, including how you can build your own playlists and actually monetize those, then check out my video on the screen right now.